14th. The main event starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific time.
Hello there, welcome to Tablestory. I wanted to take a moment to let you know some other ways that you can support the channel, see some extra merchandise, and find some additional content that you might not be aware of. Merch.tablestory.tv is our official merchandise store and membership feed. Here you can see some of the merchandise for the channel and shows, like these hoodies, these hats, this very elegant pillow, and more. There's also some additional content available, things like session zeros and pre-show ready workshop episodes of our shows. We also have a series we call the Green Room, which are short post-show chats with the casts of our shows, recorded immediately after the episode airs live on Twitch. The Green Room content is available retroactively for any members at any level. However, there are additional elements and discounts for Storians that support at higher levels. You can also listen to all of your favorite Table Story shows in audio podcast format on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you find your podcasts. Please make sure to rate and subscribe to those too. It's incredibly helpful. Thank you. Lastly, if you miss any of the episodes live or you want to go back and watch previous series, all of our shows are available in playlists on YouTube, and every episode airs at noon Eastern the day after it airs live on Twitch. And thank you so much for watching and supporting Tablestory. We hope you enjoy the merch and the content as much as we enjoy making it.
Emptiness, rage, confusion. Wouldn't be alone in pain.
Last thing I remember.
The memory is hard, clear. Flash of dimly lit lashes around three figures.
Dash my head against the desk.
I remember my thrash, looking up at it, outstretched hand, reaching out, blood. The painting is Judith beheading her friends. Bloody. Some of it splatters on the wall.
I think I know who they were.
A shadow or a silhouette,
But of course I have some proof.
sort of raised from the huddle.
There are two women holding someone down as they cut a man's head off.
Not getting dragged back.
Feel disappointed. I feel inadequacy.
And then
And I saw darkness.
darkness.
I feel angry.
The memory isn't at all clear. Goes together. Just a vortex.
värld är i fara. Ödets vävnad har utlöst sig till något oförutsägbart. Denna aurora sträcker sig längs himmelen och frigör oss från dagens ljus. Lämnar oss vilse i nattens mörka djup. Det sägs att det är en mäktig sträng som förbinder änglarna. Men även i sin skönhet är det en mörk varning. För det sägs att den endast syns innan mörkrets dagar. Världens undergång. Glömskan. Ragnarök.
We'll finish what we started. Or finish.
Can you hear me?
It's getting real bad. There's all these people in the islands. If we don't go now, they could die. We gotta do something. You talk to the council. I'll go warn them.
We'll meet up again, right?
Of course. I would never leave you behind.
It's just that we left our friends
We
and
didn't leave our friends, luckily. We
It has to be this way.
we needed to part ways for just a little bit. But I promise.
are you okay being alone?
I'm gonna have to be.
It'll help you okay. We'll all be together again.
If anybody can do it, you can.
Now go. It all comes back around.
Hello, Dex. When were you born? I know you, little one. Your eyes are blue. Your eyes are blue. What do you see? I hear you. Your eyes are green. Whatever you are holding. Does it hurt? You were not this way yesterday. You are not this way now. You are a creation. You are currently creating. You were not born. You were not born. You were molded. You are molding. You are molting. I know you. But do you know me? I hear you. Your eyes are green. Your eyes are blue.
Step 1. Conjuration. Gather your power. Step 2. Divination. Locate your source. Step 3. Convocation. Fold space and bring the source.
I gave you what you asked of me. You gave me nothing in return. Then I embrace it. I wouldn't. Do not mistake this for punishment. This is an equal trade. Now look around you. Put you away. You call on me again. Never forget the past.
Life doesn't always give us what we deserve, it gives us what we need.
As
Our existence wanes and dies. Legends remain.
We are the kings, the sentinels of the future.
Many who claim they've lived their lives in beauty. What does it mean to be good or be evil?
And that's a crossroads. Be who they want you to be, or be who they're born to be.
Legendary Rangers, Steve, Seth.
Everything comes at a cost.
Don't forget the river.
The main event starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific Time.
Hello there, welcome to Tablestory. I wanted to take a moment to let you know.
Tidal Blades is an improvised cinematic narrative with live production, including music and dialogue. There's no script. We want to thank Druid City Games for sponsoring this story and for creating the world of Tidal Blades, without which neither this story nor my friends and I would exist. And now, somewhere in Naviri.
Found our way. It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are, and like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers, stronger than ever. Never say never. Don't look back now. Don't look back now. Rise up, stand with each other. We are sisters and brothers, finding our place and running the race. We'll take our chance and seize the moment. Hold on tight and don't let go of all your hopes and dreams that light the way.
Every Navirian remembers the storm, a monstrous cloud rolling across the sky, blacker than Cuddlebeard's ink. It stained the pristine blue like a bruise. The wind lashed out first, its rage a cry of warning. Then the rain began to fall. Drifters moored their homes in haste, the bay churning as the first waves crested high enough to threaten the island city. It was, by all accounts, a most magnificent storm. And as beings scrambled for safety, a few heroes remained, standing strong against the thundering sky. They were the Tidal Blades, elite guardians of Naviri, tasked with defending the floating island. For over 200 years, they had patrolled the reef barrier day and night, keeping the city safe from the terrors of the deep. But this storm brought nightmares that clawed their way through the waves, beasts that even the Tidal Blades could not hold back. When the Higher Council convened, it was to decide on a last desperate measure. There was a way to save the city, but it carried a terrible price. As the Arcanists gave the Tidal Blades the precious Hyperloom, their hearts grew heavy. And when the fold deployed in a searing flash of magic and light, they knew Naviri would stand, but the Tidal Blades would not. 15 years have passed. The air over Naviri is warm again, the sky painted with immaculate clouds. Naviri has never been more vibrant, more beautiful. The protective barrier known as the Fold still stands. From the scattered reefs to the wayward sea, it blocks the horizon like a huge, glitching glacier, a brittle defense against the horrors that lie beyond it. But stories travel on the winds now. Creatures from the deep have begun to slip through, strange and mutated, carrying abilities unseen before. Whispers tell of folk found wandering outside the fold, blank-eyed and stripped of memory, yet their skin is adorned in scars, muscles taut and ready, their bodies clearly strong enough to carry the memory their minds have lost. Could they be former Tidal Blades? Some say that others yet remain, trapped, waiting. They need only a new generation of dreamers, daring to be heroes.
over there. Get behind me. I'll protect you. Oh, I don't. That's big.
Very.
Towering before you is a spine squid. They have extremely long tentacles, which they use to snatch up their prey and hold them and squeeze them to death. And this one is mutated. It's about 2 or 3 sizes, 2 or 3 times the size of a human. And that is what stands before you right now. It has followed you, perhaps, outside of the fold.
I look at myself and I don't have any weapons or anything like that. And I've got my hands, and it's real big.
Yes.
Wait. We have no time, but maybe I can just see where it might attack us or where it's going if I look carefully enough. I might. Oh, I don't have time. It's coming right at us. No. But where? Who will attack? Where will it go? I wish.
That's a great question. Would you like?
My friends were here.
Oh, would you like to roll me a 1d2? Also, I'd love to know how your body feels right now.
I don't have time to think about it.
Okay.
Why should I think about it? Should I think about it?
I'm just curious. I mean, you can think about it if you want to think about it, but also maybe you shouldn't think about it.
No. I'd like to do anticipation, if you don't mind. It lets me see just a little bit into the future. Just a little, so I can see what this thing is going to do. Just a little bit. It's multiple future outcomes for my next action. So I want to see maybe where if I try to protect my very best friend, maybe I can see where it's going to hit, and then I can protect my very best friend. I would like to do that, please, if it's okay.
Absolutely. Is that something you have to roll for, or does it just happen?
Well, it's an action based on my intellect, and I have to spend some. So it lets me know what my what the best move is, and I get an asset on the first task I perform before the end of the next round. But if I give it to others, I get a hindrance, and I would like to do that.
Okay. Who are you giving this to?
Well, to my best friend, Liren. We've been traveling through, all of us, traveled through the fold together, and we escaped, Liren and I, to help others. And so I thought that it'd be helpful if I maybe gave them an insight of what this, there's a thing right there. It's just right over there. I'm gonna just quick look into the future real quick, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
Okay. I only get like 5 seconds in the future, but that'll be enough. I hope I'm not actually passing through time right now.
Is there any particular thing that you see 5 seconds? Like, do you have control over what information you're getting, or is it simply its next attack?
It says, I look ahead and see multiple possible future outcomes for my next action, but I'm going to give it to Liren. And it lets me know of the best move to make in the present, giving me an asset on the first task I perform, but
But you're giving it to her. Okay. Does she also see it? Does she also see?
Share if I can.
Yeah. Okay. I don't see why not. I think that's awesome. Okay.
That'd be okay.
So you focus and you use your time magic, and it's harder for you than it used to be. You're straining a bit, but you are able to see a myriad of scenes, I guess, that unfold before your eyes. It is the tentacle reaching out and grabbing you, the tentacle reaching out and grabbing Liren. There's also something striking it, I think the best course of action is to dodge, to run. You cannot win against this thing.
What?
And if it grabs you, it's over.
Liren, it's gonna grab you. It's gonna grab you. You have to dodge.
Run. And I'm going to do my Thorn Burst attack as I attempt to run.
Yes! Now, this is such a cool attack because you don't have to roll for this one. It just happens. So would you like to describe what it looks like when these thorns shoot out of you or your branches or whatever and hit this spine squid's tail?
So Liren's entire body looks like it's made out of like a tree has just naturally grown into the shape of a humanoid person, and almost as if flakes of bark are falling off of it. It looks like almost the way that leaves might fall off of a tree, but with such force and accuracy, these thorns just shed off of her skin and like little homing missiles go straight towards the tentacles as they're writhing towards us.
Nice. Okay. And I think that does a set number of damage as well, right?
It does. It's 4 points.
Ooh, yes. Okay. Amazing. All right. Now you are hindered, right, Bull?
I am,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. What does that mean for you? Does that mean dodging for you is going to be difficult?
I think it means yes, because I don't think I know which one of the me's that I'm seeing is me right now. I don't always, it's, there, I'm in another space and time. It's hard sometimes to know which one is the me, and if this is just a vision or if it's actually happening.
Yeah. Well, I think because you spent time to determine the best course of action in the next move, that was actually his move, was to reach that tentacle out to try to grab Liren, and then failed because he got hit with the spikes. So I believe that makes it your turn again.
Oh, we're running? We're running? We're running.
Running.
Okay. Oh. What do I see around me right now? We're on a shore? Where
you are on a
can I see?
shoreline. Yeah, so you see the vast expanse of the ocean kind of at your back. However, there is the big glitching fold behind you, which is the barrier that is protecting the town or the city of Naviri from the monsters like you are experiencing right now. So you see that kind of behind you, and then to your front, I think you see an expansive beach and cliff sides and greenery and lots of vines and things like that. But you're going to have to climb a cliffside to get out away from this thing, or I don't know. It's going to be difficult, or you just run and continue to run along the beach side and hope that this thing that is 4 times your size is not able to keep up with you.
Liren,
it is.
Are you okay? Can you run? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Let's go.
Okay, I look over there to where the top of the cliffside is. I can see it. Yes?
Yes.
Well, this was very easy for me to do before. I should be able to do it again. I walk over there. No, that's not right. I fold space and time so that in one step, I'm over there. I have done this many times before. It is not difficult to do with how practiced I am in this.
Mm-hmm. Is it still easy for you to do?
I think I'm very stressed right now. So I think that's why I'm afraid of leaving Liren, because I cannot take Liren with me. But Liren said it would be okay. That's probably why it's difficult for me to step through space to fold it. But that's okay. I step to the
You
side.
step. Do you have to roll for this, or does it just happen?
It says it's an action. It doesn't say to roll, but it does cost.
Okay.
But I certainly
Effort?
can. I don't mind.
Okay.
I do have effort, but it still costs because it's...
Okay.
Actually,
That would make sense to me.
wait.
Yes.
I didn't used to have to spend effort before.
I wonder why
The last-
now.
The last time I did this, I didn't have to spend.
Can you remember why?
No, I can't remember why. Why can't I remember why? I don't... I pull space to me like a blanket, and when I unwrap it, I'm at the top of the cliff, looking at the vines, ready to grab it to help pull up Liren, even though I'm not that strong. But I'm strong. I've gotten stronger.
Okay.
And
Now I
after I fold space, I'm back.
All right. Back where?
On
Back
top
with
of
us.
the cliff.
Oh, on top of the cliff. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Now
there's only one of me here.
That's right.
Now.
For now. There is the creature's turn now, because he went in between you and Liren. So I am going to make an attack with my ridiculous range. Oh. I maybe should have read this more thoroughly. Okay. I'm going to attack Liren. Yep. So
No, Liren.
the way this works is I don't do any rolling in this system, and it's super fun. So you will roll to defend. Now there should be a button on your sheet here. Let me just pull it up. And the difficulty is the enemy's level, I believe. So let me just take a look here. Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, dear. Okay. So, well, I mean, you could roll really well. So the difficulty is 7, actually, for this creature.
But
yes,
they have an asset from me.
they do have. Well, was that for the last thing?
But they didn't have to roll.
That's true. That is true. I've been checked. Okay. All right. That's fair. Now, when you are rolling to dodge, do you need to have... you don't roll on your armor speed cost. You're rolling where? Speed?
If you're dodging speed, if you're trying to take the hit, like tank
Okay.
it, you could roll your might.
No. I gave you tons of speed, Liren. Let's go. Roll your speed. And then you've
We're
got
rolling
one
speed.
asset. Mm-hmm. And the difficulty is 7.
So 6.
Yes. Sorry.
So it's
6.
down to 6.
Yep.
No. No, so close. Wait.
Okay.
No.
This tentacle reaches out and wraps around Liren, pulling her up and waving her around, like almost like he's going to enjoy his meal, and it takes a moment.
I'm so far away. No.
Do you do anything?
I'm not.
I do. In that moment, you see almost erupting out of the water right behind the squids, an elderly looking turtle with a walking cane in their hand slams it down on the back of the head of this squid.
Yes.
And we'll roll for it.
Yeah. Let's go.
So I'm going to use my ability, Crushing Blow.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put that in chat. When you use a bashing or bladed weapon in both hands, apply effort to attack, you get 3 level effort to the damage. And I'm going to swing my cane at this creature. Let's see. And this is definitely 2 sizes larger than me. It's twice. It's twice my size.
It very specifically says it's like 3 times the size of a human. So yeah, it's huge.
Oh, perfect.
So it's bigger than me.
Much bigger than you, my dear.
Difficulty 6.
If you've got an
7.
asset, yes, because it's default 7 difficulty.
Okay, 7 is fine. I'm gonna put a I put a 3 level effort
very close
into it. I have 1 asset and cost. I get to have a 3 level effort into the damage. A 16, dealing 16 points of damage as I slam my walking cane to the back of the head. I do think I erupt out of the water. It's so quick, you're not even entirely sure what's erupting out of the water. And with 2 hands over this cane that you can just barely see glinting in the sun, slam it down to the back of the head of this squid, and you see it fall, and this turtle kind of rides the body down into the waves and crashes into the shore, and then rolls to kind of soften the landing, and stands up and immediately props himself on the cane. Okay, I'm gonna feel that in the morning.
I'm really far away.
You're far away. Would you like to? Yeah, I was gonna say, would you like to teleport fold space so that you can go back to your best friend in the whole world and the new savior? Mm-hmm.
But it felt really weird, so I think I'm gonna try to climb down, but I'm really bad at that because
okay.
Because it felt really strange last time, so I'm gonna climb down. I'm gonna roll for this because I'm not great. I'm not outdoorsy, so I think whatever I roll has a badness on it. So because I'm not.
That's
outdoorsy.
right. Because it's you specifically have a not outdoorsy tag. That's right.
Because I'm not athletic. What's the difficulty?
I think 3 is standard and 4 is harder. So I'm going to say because
standard, 3
2
demanding,
standards.
4.
Then I'm going to say 3. 3 is demanding.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
I think so too. Okay, and I have no assets, but okay. Oh no. I'm gonna try to climb down the vines, but I'm a little scared, and I don't know what's happening to me. I think I fall.
I think you fall, but I would like to posit, Liren, if it is okay with you, that roots come out and help him and grab him and like bring him down.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. And you are now back down on the beach with your very best friend in the whole world and the new visitor.
I step in front of Liren, although I'm very short. Liren is much taller than I am, just in case. Also, Liren knows how to fight, and I also don't, but I still step in front of Liren quite small.
What are you two doing so close to the fold?
Hello?
Hello. Again, what are you doing so close to the fold? Your parents your parents definitely told you not to be so close to the fold. And you look clearly old enough to know better. You shouldn't be taking such a young kid so close to the fold either.
I'm not that young, I'm just short.
Oh. I suppose being a late bloomer's fine.
I'm 17.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I don't think you're going to be growing anytime soon.
My name is Wakati, Deep Fisher, and this is my very best friend, Liren, and we're The race. We need help. We need help. There's danger.
Yeah, no, I can see that. And they'll gesture to the dead squid.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem, but really should not be this far out, especially without an adult.
No, we escaped the fold. We came from the fold.
Okay, good.
From inside.
Did you get hit on the head? Do you have a concussion?
What Wakati
No.
says is true. We come from the fold, and we need your help.
The race. Do you remember who won? We were in the race. We just on our.
Pretty sure. I don't really follow the races, but I'm pretty sure it was the Bright Shields, most likely.
Oh, well, we went missing. I think maybe you saw, or maybe you didn't see, but we all went into the fold, fell, and
I poked Wakati in the chest with the head of my cane, and I've been near and around the fold. I've been watching it for a while now. I would like to use my cane, which doubles as a macronic focus.
Oh, wow.
To
Okay.
see and test the residue macronic energy on them right now to see if it matches what comes from the fold.
Absolutely. I don't think I'm going to make you roll for this. And the only reason I say that is because both he and Lirin were just in the fold. And so
like hardcore.
Yeah, it would be lighting up like you've never seen before. And so would this creature, if you were to look and tap that creature, because it's mutated. And typically, these creatures are only out in the deep, deep sea. So there is some implication maybe that they were out pretty far in the fold, depending on how the fold works. You don't know.
I don't know that that's why you're doing this, so I'm just going to reach a hand in front to knock your cane off and say, we appreciate your help, but do not poke my friend again.
But just from the tap of your hand, I can tell you are drenched in the fold's signature of the macronic energy. So I think it's more needed than before. Are you all okay? And did anything else
No.
follow you out there?
No, not everything followed us at all. Our friends are in there still. And not just our friends. Their parents, all of the Tidal Blades are still there. They're in there. They're alive. And we have to tell the council. We have to get in there. They would want to know.
Hold on. The Tidal Blades. What do you mean the Tidal Blades are still alive?
We were in the fold. We fell in there somehow. We sailed there, I think. And inside it's very strange. My friend.
Who do you need to speak to?
I don't know. The council, they have to know that the Tidal Blades are still alive and can be saved. But my friends
Come with
are
me.
there.
And he just turns around
Yeah.
and starts walking.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Would you like to go into any more detail as to what your old man turtle looks like? Yeah.
Yes. They stand about 5'9" They'd probably be about nearly 5'10", maybe 5'11", but they are slightly crouched over from age. They are a deep, like ocean blue skin. They have a scar over their eye. Big silver round-rimmed glasses. Their clothing looks like it was once really pristine and good, probably like maybe high-tier clothing, but he's worn it for so long it just kind of looks tattered and ragged. They have a cane in their hand that they use to kind of move. Even with the cane, even with the limp, they move considerably faster than both of you. The cane itself is made out of quildian, a kind of translucent black metal. And on the head of the cane is a carving of a lion's skull that he kind of grips onto to keep hold of this cane. And they're very clearly very physically built. They're the kind of old man who very clearly was very athletic in the younger years, and that has done at the very least enough to keep that physique in the older. And you saw the results of that when he took out that squid. And he's got a turquoise green with some orange shell on his back, and peppered with old cracks and bruises and scars. You can only assume was from fights from his younger and maybe most more recent days. And he's just walking, expecting everyone to keep up.
Would they have noticed an expression shift when he said the Tidal Blades are still in there and there might be a way to save them?
Yes, I think it was very clear. I think there was when they said that they came out the fold, the look of almost disgust was on their face because they thought they were just putting a prank on him.
Yeah.
Because that holds a lot of weight for him specifically. And then when he confirmed that they did escape the fold, and they added the fact that the Tidal Blades are still alive in there was a look of solemnness, and then I won't say determination, but specifically renewed determination, which I feel like feels and looks different.
Yeah.
And that's when he turns and starts
Like
walking away.
invigorated almost. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. And Bull, would you like to describe what you look like for those who might not know?
Well, first off, if it's okay, I'd like to hold Liren's hand as we're trying to go and scramble after this person who I don't actually even think said their name. Well, but is that okay?
Liren holds hands in a way that I think you might need to be careful of splinters with, but is hopefully still reassuring.
I am a dolphin. We're fish. We're not so big, but we're sort of round. And I'm sort of shorter than most dolphin, actually, because I'm a bit of a runt. I have very thick glasses. Because I read. I have a fisherman's hat and vest that I got from my parents. All of the deep fishers they fish, or they used to. They would go deep, close to the fold, and fish out important things for the community. It's hard work. It's really noble work. I
Do you
can't
remember where
swim,
you got
though.
that scarf that you're wearing?
Yes, I do remember. Why? Liren
Just-
gave it to me.
Just curious. All right, please follow your new
Yes.
unnamed turtle friend. Where do you take them?
We are quite far out from the center of Naviri, so I'm heading over to the fishing boat I was in moments ago before I saw the spine squid erupt from the waters. Mind your step, don't mind the fish. If you're hungry, you can have one.
No, it's okay. I do look young, but I am older than I look. I just am short.
That's okay. Do you want a butter shield? And I reach into one of my pockets and pull out a handful of hard candies.
Oh.
Butter shield.
I'll have one.
No.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Liren reaches out kind of tentatively to take one.
I have a follow-up question for you, great old turtle, because I feel like this will tell us a lot about you. What does the fishing boat look like, and what state is it in?
It is the very definition of mishmashed. It's maybe one plank is the original plank that it was originally made out of, but at this point it's been replaced with any sort of wood that he get his hands on these outer aisles of the city. But despite how strange it looks, it's definitely clearly well taken care of. Every single piece of wood has been likely cut by him and fixed upon this ship by him. It's a tight squeeze. It's very clearly built for at most 2 people, but these 2 kids might be able to fit. The blue one's really short, so that's like half a person. It's the floor. The entire floor of it is just covered in a bunch of fish that they must have either probably caught with their bare hands, because you don't see a fishing line on the boat.
Okay. And how does he steer the boat? Is it like one of those things where you do the oar and then let the sails? Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are gonna paddle your way towards. Where are you going?
They said they need to see the council, so I'm gonna get as close to the center of Naviri as I can.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect.
Do you think they'll see us, sir? Mr. Sir?
I'll make sure they see us. Amara. Just call me Amara.
Do we know Amara? Voice in the sky?
Oh, that is such a good question. I think I'd have you roll for this. You might.
Okay.
It's possible.
Ooh. And Liren too, because we've both been here all the time. So let me see. What? I have I'm trained in memorizing things. I'm very good at memorizing things. So I'll make my intellect roll, but I should have an ease on this one by 1.
Okay.
I don't know what the difficulty is, but
I
am young.
You are young, so I was gonna say 4 for a couple of reasons. 1, you're young. 2, I'm not sure how fascinated you were with this subject, particularly that might pertain to him before. And also, I think he's gone out of his. Yeah, I think he's also gone out of his way to not make waves publicly since. So,
right.
Difficulty 4 sounds fair to me, I think.
Also, I lived in a cave, so.
Yes,
you know.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you guys went to school and then stopped. So yeah, all right, go ahead.
I succeeded.
Oh, fantastic. Then I'm gonna allow Drak to tell us maybe what you would have known from public knowledge about his character.
But specifically, the public knowledge that an orphan whose parents died when he was like 2 or 3 and basically lived in a cave, but likes to read a lot and worked for a very, very wealthy family as a gardener, and so picked up some things and likes to talk to people.
Oh, that wealthy family, though, was the Moonwakes, so there may have been talk that you may have overheard. Possibility, just throwing it out there.
I hear things, so just whatever I might have picked up in that way.
You would know Amara as probably, I think everything you know about Amara has been almost derogatory, I think.
Oh.
You know that amongst everyone, especially most likely the more richer and high society people in Naviri, and most definitely if you meet any arcanists or engineers, you know Amara as the cracked shell of Naviri. You'd know that they were once the trainer of the last 2 generations of Tidal Blades, and after the fold went up, they became a hermit.
Oh, I have heard. Are you? There's this wonderful person, and her parents are Moonwakes, and they spoke about an Amara. I don't think that's the same you, though, but you have the same name as an Amara who trained Tidal
Tablestory.
Blades. Yes, their daughter is one of my very best friends, and they're in the fold, and we have to save them.
Let's get you to the council. See what they'll say.
Now, sorry, please go ahead.
Are you the same Amara? You seem quite brave, so I think you can't be.
Yes.
Yes, you are brave, or yes, you are the same Amara?
Yes, I'm the same Amara.
Oh. I look to Liren because I feel like Lyr will know what to say here because I think I just stepped in it.
Liren just silently puts a hand on Wakati's shoulder and hands over the candy that Amara gave her.
And the rest of the boat ride. Yeah, I was going to say the rest of the boat ride is probably mostly silent. Now, when you arrive at the council, it is being held at the Citadel of Time, or near the Citadel of Time, excuse me. And there is usually a statue that is commemorating the Tidal Blades and their sacrifice right outside the council. And it has been defaced, and you will notice that there actually has been a fire. And it looks like maybe one of the neighboring buildings at the Citadel of Time has been burned down. You will also notice huge graffiti along the whole Citadel of Time that is the fold. And so it stretches around it like the fold does, and it's white and almost electric, but the whole thing has been tinged red. And so there are people cleaning, there are people trying to assess the damage from the most recent fire. In fact, the fact that you see people there talking about the damage would imply it's incredibly recent. But you arrive without incident at the council.
What happened?
Why would somebody do this?
Mara just grunts again and keeps walking. Doesn't even look at the graffiti or the burnt down statues.
I apologize to anyone who's cleaning. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'll help on the way out.
And I ask Wakati to roll.
Yeah.
Perception.
Yeah.
Sure.
Of course you may.
Well, I don't have the perception skill, but I can use intellect.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
I would say it's difficulty 3.
Okay. I will do that.
Good luck.
Thank you. I will do that right now. Success. I rolled an 18.
Woohoo!
I look at people a lot. I find them interesting. People are interesting.
As you're apologizing to everyone clearing up the remains of the statues and the graffiti on the walls, you just about catch Amara giving you the dirtiest look before turning it back to the Citadel Time and continuing their walk.
I just take Liren's hand. Hustle.
Now, when you enter into the city council chambers, you are actually, well, I should ask, are you going to be interrupting anything, or are you going to wait?
I'm not waiting.
I figured you weren't waiting, but I thought I would ask Bull. Okay, so it's fine, Bull. So you're getting ready to go in, and maybe you were like, well, maybe I should just ask, and we should wait. but that's not the case. Amara just basically storms in the main council, and there is a meeting being held that you are very much interrupting.
Hello, everyone, again. This is my monthly visit. The security wasn't as good today.
Mr. Amara, how do we do this? How do we...
These two have something to tell you all. I didn't believe it at first, but it seems true enough. I'll just step aside for the two of them to step forward.
Grand Council.
Everyone is staring at you pretty much without, I mean, maybe there was some initial, but when they see you two, and that it isn't just Amara for his monthly visit, giving them a hard time, they wait and listen.
We won't waste your time, and we ask that you don't waste ours. We come to you from the Fold, where we and many others, including the Tidal Blades, have been trapped. And she's going to put her hand on Bull's shoulder and kind of squeeze encouragingly.
We were in the race. You might have been watching. We were doing really well, all of us, on our little ship. And something happened as we tried to take a shortcut. And then we got lost in the Fold somehow. And there are bad things in there. There are bad things in there. And memories. But all of the Tidal Blades are in there still. They're there and they're waiting. They need help. And the two of us, we left. Only we two could get out. None of the rest of them
That's
had
it.
the energy.
You've gone too far, Amara. Too far. This is ridiculous.
No, wait. We have to take the Fold down.
Oh, the only thing protecting all of Naviri, you want to take it down? Of course there are bad things in the Fold. It's protecting us from those bad things on the other side.
It's not protecting all of Naviri when some of Naviri is trapped inside it.
Oh, we have no way to confirm that that's true.
But we were there.
Oh, we're just going to take your word on it, especially coming from Amara. For all we know, he could have propositioned you to do this.
But he didn't.
Amara doesn't say anything.
If you please. This Naviri is my home, and I love it. It's the best place. And I've only wanted to be an engineer. That's all I've wanted to be one day up here with the rest of you great heroes. The work you do on the council, the things you've done, making the Fold, saving us all and protecting us, your wisdom and your knowledge and the things that you dream and see and study. Those things are the best things. And I hope one day that I can join you here studying time. And so I would never lie. I would never lie to any of you. Liren and I, we escaped. We're the only ones who could. And our very best friends are in there. And the Tidal Blades, they're in there and they're waiting for us to save them. And they're already working to take down the Fold from the inside, but they need us to help on the outside.
Gasps from the council and murmuring now as they are...
Mara even looks at them in surprise at that.
Yeah.
No,
they're taking down the Fold. What? From the inside?
But they need
Is
our
that even
help.
possible?
But they need our help. And there's danger. We have to warn the people on the islands next to the Fold that they must evacuate, because fold is... We need your help, and you are the greatest heroes and leaders of Naviri. I believe in you, and so I ask you, as just a deep fisher, with my best friend here, please, help us save my friends, and all the great Tidal Blades who are heroes. And I know you will, if you would just believe me that it's true. It's true, I wouldn't lie. Also, I'm very bad at lying, so I wouldn't be able to if I tried.
I think everyone is, I think you might see a couple council members that are looking straight ahead. Maybe eyes glazed over, like they're hearing you, but they aren't visibly responding in any way whatsoever. And then one or two are looking at each other and whispering to each other and engaged in conversation. However, I am curious as to the reaction of one individual who does not sit on the council itself, but still in the room. She is a human with red hair, curly, on top of her head in a bun. I want to know how she's been reacting to this information.
She's been writing it all down.
Fantastic.
And whispering with her nearest neighbor. Somebody who she feels is a friend, but actually is probably an acquaintance.
Yep.
Personally, I think this one's mad as a shell eater.
Yeah, I can't. And taking down the fold, that's ridiculous. You can't take down the fold from the inside. How would you even do that? I don't know.
Who knows? They'll sort it out. The council will sort it out.
Okay. Well, I feel like, what can you even do with this? But, all right. And that's their conversation there. And I think you'll see...
Can I make a roll?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think, because I will say that your speech swayed me. I was going to be like, absolutely not. You're going to have to schedule a meeting and schedule that meeting with our secretary, and then we'll do a we'll do a hearing on it or whatever. But you saying
I have a
that.
skill.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Go ahead.
Pleasant social interactions. And also, I'm just awfully sincere. I'd like to at least roll, maybe. Maybe somebody will listen.
Yeah, let's roll for it. I was already RPing that you had swayed some people, and those are the people that were glazed eyes and looking straight ahead, unfortunately. But yeah, let's roll, because you might get something crazy.
What difficulty, if you please?
I'm going to say this is at least a 4.
Okay. That I do have my asset. I will use effort if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
Thank you.
This is the most important thing you've done yet, I think.
We'll make 2 effort. And I have my skill. That will help.
That will count as an asset, right? Or no, it's skill's different. Go ahead.
It eases it.
Yep.
1. So I have a success.
Okay, fantastic. Then I think you'll see maybe and the council is full of all different races that make up Naviri. You'll see the crocodiles, you'll see the cuddlebeards, which are the like squid like creatures, and they kind of decorate. And you've got the betaloids, you've got the chameleons and stuff like that. So it's just a wide array of wonderful creatures, and a few humans as well. But I think the main one that we see at this particular moment is a crocodile, and he leans forward after a moment of having not said anything so far. And he says, "If what you say is true, then the decision has been made for us. You say your friends are trying to take down the fold from within?
But they can't do it without us.
And what makes you so sure of that?"
Well, they said, well, not them, my friends, we're from here, but their parents, the Tidal Blades, told us that there's something...
You're saying Tidal Blades spoke to you?
Yes, sir. Or ma'am. Person, counselor. They're alive, and they need our help, because if they stay long, it might twist them too much. We don't have a lot of time to save them.
It's already been 15 years. Somebody whispers quite loudly.
15 years? Lyran just looks down at Bull and says, 15 years?
Yes. Or yes.
Are you going to help them or not?
I think we need to talk about it, and you know that, Amara.
Should we wait outside?
When they say talk, it's going to take another 15 years. And that's being
no,
generous.
they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't do that, because we have no time. It's like torture in there. It's like they're being tortured.
That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. We've heard enough for today.
Should we wait outside? 15 minutes?
He looks to his right where there is another human woman sitting next to him on the council. And he leans in and whispers something that you can't quite discern. And she looks to our little red-headed assistant here and just nods to her. And then the crocodile counselor will speak again. We are going to send somebody with you, and we will call for you when we're ready to speak again.
We'll move the people in the outer islands, right? We have to let them know.
No, we will not do anything until we've made a decision.
But
we will call on you again for more testing and proof, should you have any.
But they're in danger.
What do you expect us to do in the meantime?
Wait.
The tides are rising.
The fold will protect us.
The fold will protect us.
At what cost?
One that has already been paid.
Can we at least move the people out from the outer islands right now while you're waiting? And then...
We don't want to spread fear and panic. If you do that, people will think the fold is coming down tomorrow, and we have made no such decision. I don't even know if we could take it down if we wanted to. But all that is for us to discuss. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for listening to us. And it's been an honor to be It's been an honor to be in this place. I've always wanted to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Deep Fisher. I think this crocodile looks at you, Lyran, the way you are looking at him, and the moment he catches your gaze, he looks away ashamed.
Good. She's going to continue to stare at him nonetheless.
Let's get out of here. Stinks.
Yes, let's.
And as you three head out, the female human assistant or council member is going to stand up. They're all getting ready to talk, and she heads over to our red-headed assistant here. I'd like you to run some tests, figure out if what they're saying has any value. Any information that you can find, you bring it back to us.
Of course. Of course. What did they mean when they said all those years?
15 years?
All those years. What?
I... 15 years. 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 15 years I think that he is implying that they have been trapped in the fold for the last 15 years, which seems highly improbable. It is experimental time magic, but it's not supposed to work that way.
Highly improbable is not impossible.
That's right.
So when you say highly improbable, what sort of level of possibility are we talking about here in terms of like highly improbable? So extremely small odds, extremely
small odds.
1 in 100, 1 in 1,000, 1 in 5 million?
I think for the first time ever, you see an expression on your mentor's face that you don't recognize, and it is one of guilt and deceit. And they do not answer you.
Should I go?
I trust you will find any evidence that exists, if it exists.
I will do my best. And at that, I snap my book shut.
Yeah. Before you go, she reaches out, but doesn't actually touch you. She just kind of reaches out, and there's that awkward moment that you two sometimes have where it's like, oh God. And she says, if they are taking it down, we need to find out how to stop that. Okay?
Okay.
If the fold comes down, it will be catastrophic.
I understand.
Good luck.
You too. Thank you. I mean, I will. I'd like to turn on my heels and kind of quick march. This is the walk of the school prefect who maybe feels a little bit more important than they are. And I am gonna walk up to the group and stand and wait.
Hello. You're coming with us, yes?
I am.
And how exactly would you like us to prove what we're saying is true?
Well, I feel we should start at the start and methodically look through the experiences that you have been through, and I will write them down, and we will come to a logical conclusion of the facts.
Mr. Amara saved us. We almost died. He's a hero. So, can that be placed in the council notes? Is that a thing you can do?
It'd be best for you if you didn't associate me with your plea, if I'm going to be honest. You heard them in there. Just me bringing you in was enough for them to dismiss you.
But it's the truth. It's what happened.
And the council, and I'll look directly at our new friend, doesn't care about the truth.
That's not true. They are in search of the truth. That's what they do. They're the greatest minds in all of Naviri.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they care about the truth. They didn't, well then, nothing would make sense.
Yes, it wouldn't.
PB, do I recognize any of these characters? Do I know who any of them are?
Ooh, this is so fun. Okay, I don't know if you would recognize, I think I need you to roll. I'm so sorry. I don't think that you would recognize Bull, but you might. And I'm going to assume you recognize Amara because he comes once a month. But in terms of Lirin, I think... Can
I consult my book?
I was just going to say that. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So that means that you... Yep. So when you go ahead and roll, you're going to be rolling your intellect. And then you get an asset, which is your book. So when it comes up and tells you the difficulty, we're going to put 4 as the difficulty. And you don't need to spend any effort if you don't want to, but that is something that you can spend if you'd like. But, and then you just add in the 1 asset and then let that go through. And there's no other bonuses or anything you need to fill out. Holy.
Nat 20.
Oh, it's a nat 20. Major effect.
Major effect! Okay. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Okay, so question. Sorry, I cannot believe this happened on episode 1. Question. How are you doing this? Because you have a lot of gadgets and things in your pockets. So what does this look like? Are you actually recognizing it by look alone? Or are you like, huh? And then you pull out a device that scans her or something like that. Like, how are you...
So what this looks like to an outside eye is I look up and to the right, and there's a little whirring as I put my left hand in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
If it was really quiet in here, as in like hear a pin drop quiet, you might hear it. Until there's a moment of acknowledgement in my eyes, and I sort of nod my head, yes.
Okay, then I think you would know there is no record of any creature or being like this that you have ever encountered, and it exists in no files, no nothing. However, you would also, with that nat 20, you would recognize some chameleon features. And that would potentially have implications that perhaps what she's saying is true. Perhaps she was in the fold. You know, the fold can mutate beings. So it's possible she was in there and mutated into this amazing tree creature, but you've never seen anything like this before.
In that case, I don't think that would be a moment of acknowledgement as this ticking goes.
Can I give them what they would have gotten about Wakati?
Yes, absolutely.
With a bonus for the 20.
Yeah.
1, you probably would never... Wakati was not a person you probably know, unless you were ever at the Moonbeam Estate in any way, in which case you might have seen him as the gardener at one point. But there was this big, huge, massive race recently, and he and a bunch of people who are not famous people were on that
so
ship,
sorry.
unless they weren't there.
I'm so sorry. I have to stop you. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I have to stop you. And I'm so sorry I didn't tell you this before now.
What?
The race happened 5 years ago, and there hasn't been one since.
Right, so the race that just happened last week, you totally would have recognized Bull from... Okay, so let's just go on with that. But then, because you got a major effect, I'm going to say something that Bull would not want you to know. Bull has got a little case that he carries with him. And since you work in the council, I imagine you seem to be up on things. You might know it's like a little case. This case might have been stolen from the archives and has been missing for some time. And if you have a 20, I imagine you might recognize it.
Yes. Also,
a little bit longer than 5 years because they've been working on it.
Yeah, I think just because this is a 20 and a major effect happens, I think you might piece together too that 5 years ago there was a boat of racers that never came back, which very, very rarely I would say happens in general. People, because the fold protects from everything. Including inclement weather. So I think it's incredibly rare for people to just get lost at sea nowadays. And this is in fact why they canceled the races after that. So I think a moment goes off where you're like, fold, time magic. She has been mutated potentially by the fold. And he is saying that his friends are trapped in there because of a race, and you go, wait, the race 5 years ago where there was a missing boat.
This is a stolen mycronic artifact from like the Time Tower's, vaults. But it was stolen,
5 years ago.
Can I see this, or
100% with that major effect? I think absolutely. As long if he's not hiding it.
He's not hiding it.
It's like on a string that's because he wants it, so he wants to be able to grab it at any time. So it's just like on a cord that it's like hanging like off his stuff. He probably should have hidden it, but he didn't take it out. But it's just like there in case he needs it, right? But yeah, it's a stolen artifact right there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think that the ticking happens, and I have this. I kind of look at Bull, see my eyes go up to the top right, and the ticking happens. It goes really fast, speeds up. And I go, and I look really intensely at this stolen artifact. Look really, really intensely, the kind of thing when a dog hears a noise that nobody else can hear, and they go, and you can't distract them from it. That's the look. And then I slowly peel my vision up to the face of this creature that I have absolutely no information. And my left hand, which has come out of my pocket, goes back into my pocket. The ticking happens again. I pull my hand out of my pocket and I look at it. And I look at this creature. And I put my hand back in my pocket.
Like, oh, this has to be wrong. There must be some. There must be some information.
And I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Keep trying.
Mr. Amara, is this the normal thing that happens? Are we supposed to just stand?
Tired. I need to rest.
I apologize. How rude of me. I'm gonna look back to that artifact. How rude of me. How rude of me. Perhaps we can go to the
diner.
lab. Well, I'm not sure about that, but maybe a lab. Right this way, please.
Oh.
And I'm going to march in front of them.
Wait,
not looking behind me.
Are you going to take us to the labs where the engineers are? Could you take me also when we have time to the school where you study? I would love to see that.
Where did you get that? You don't...
What?
You've not been to a lab. Where did you get that?
What?
That.
She points.
It's behind my back. Because if you put it behind my back, you can't see it.
I'm going round him. I'm going round to look at his back. And point at it from behind. That!
Oh, it was a present?
From who?
A friend?
A friend. Is this one of those moments where you don't actually want to tell me? Where you say friend, but what you really mean is stop asking?
Oh, that's not very nice. I wouldn't say something like that. That would be very rude. No,
I didn't mean to say that you were rude. I just meant that.
No, I hope I wasn't rude. No. It's just that my friend is lost in the fold right now.
Of course. What was that? I didn't catch that.
I'm too old for this.
My friend was a human like you, is all.
Well, I guess I should I should take you. I should take you to the. And she walks off in front, just expecting them to follow.
Mr. Amara, you'll stay with us, right?
There's sign, walk, follow, don't even reply.
I take Lyran's hand.
I think think that's a yes.
Before we head to the lab, I think we see a couple of different council members or people that would be around the council that are staring at Liren, probably having the same realization that our friend here just had. But I'm curious if Liren looks back or what her expression is after all of this.
Liren's head is held high, and there is absolutely no hesitation. There's no looking back. It is directly onward. You can tell just based off of her body language, the way she's angling herself, and how tightly she's holding his hand, that her primary focus is on Bull and almost in a sense shepherding him through this interaction.
Thank you. What does your lab look like? Or is it your lab that you take them to?
No, it's not my lab. It's my mentor's lab.
Perfect.
Which I have permission to use
Oh, of
most
course.
of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a key, but I have permission to use it when it's unlocked. So
is it unlocked, I guess, is the question.
Yes, I
Okay.
would say so, considering I've been told to
do this.
It's kind
yeah.
of the natural place that I would have been guided to if I was told to investigate something or given an assignment. That's where I do it. That's where I go. So
Okay.
it's very logical to me that would be where we go. That it would be okay. Not only do I have permission, but that it's unlocked.
Mhm.
Whether it is or not, actually, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's
I would
fine.
assume
Yeah,
it-
it's fine.
okay.
Yep, it's unlocked. But what does it
Logic.
look like? Is it like pristine condition? Is there a lot of clutter? I feel like
So-
this is like Mara's boat, where we'll learn a lot about you and potentially your mentor, depending on what this place looks like.
So it's organized chaos. It's absolutely organized chaos. It
My
is
life.
It's not mine too. It's not messy. Like, you wouldn't walk into it and think it was messy, but it is extremely full. There are 4 benches, 3 on one side of the room, 1 on the other side of the room, that have like stackable boxes on them, and every single box is really well organized and has a different type of thing. There's wires in one, there's pieces of like unidentified strange objects in another, there's like stationery in another, there's some blades and some tools hung up on, like, I guess it sort of looks like a pegboard. It's made of steel and wood, and it's quite overwhelmingly full. It also smells like nobody's opened a window for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So it's quite close. Like, you go in and it's a bit like, whoa, if you're not used to it. There's so much stuff. There's like cages, there's like stuff on the ceiling, but it's very tidy, very organized. The space of people who work in it frequently and know where everything is and must put it back at the end of the day.
Fantastic. And then also, let's just take a second to describe what you look like, because I only described from what they could see while you were sitting down. Take it away.
Sure. I'm tall. I look older than my years. The kind of late teenager who has an air of, are they maybe 25 or 26, or are they 18 or 19? Like, you can't really tell until I open my mouth. And I think the tallness does that. This tallness sort of gives this helps form this illusion of being unsure about what age her is. She wears sort of a lab coat, and it's a cross between a lab coat and a fishing vest. Has huge pockets in it. Out of them you can see various pieces of like instruments and pieces of wood, miscellaneous things maybe you're not even really sure what they are. There's notebooks, there's markers, there's strange pieces of metal poking out, some of which maybe you're familiar with, some of which aren't really entirely visible, you're not entirely sure. She holds a small notebook, which is bound together, but has many bookmarks and markings. probably wouldn't make any sense to anybody else if they opened it up, but it makes sense to her. And she carries it with her wherever she goes. Her hair is up in a very messy situation on the top of her head, and there's maybe 5 or 6 pencils holding it in place. She puts one in, forgets it's there, picks up another one.
Yep.
Puts it in. It's a black hole of pencils. Who knows?
Fantastic. Not today.
Not today.
I have a question.
Yes.
You said something in the council chamber, and I made me think of something, and I was just on my mind, and so I was just wondering. You described the council member that spoke to our new friend here as having the same sort of hair color, and I don't want you to think that I'm being culturally insensitive and saying that all humans look alike or something like this, but they have similar hair. Could they be related? Could the council member have been her mother? Is that insensitive to ask? I'm just wondering if I could guess that from their interactions, and they have the same hair color.
Do you,
I was going to
do
say.
you ask? Yeah.
Yeah, do you ask?
No, well, it's a question I have on the inside
from
of my
the-
voice
yes,
first.
okay,
And
all
then
right.
I might ask it outside if I don't know. If I can
think
guess,
that
then
you
I might guess.
Yeah, I think.
But then I might ask outside too. You know how it is.
I think I will allow you to roll. Difficulty. How many? Oh, okay, well, your best
One
friend
way or
was a
the other.
human. 4. We'll say 4. It's a little challenging.
Sure. One way or the other, I'm going to say something out loud.
Yep.
So pleasant social interactions includes discerning the dispositions of others. So I'm hoping this will
Oh,
be
okay.
dispositional
Yeah,
as
sure,
I watch them
sure,
interact
sure.
with each other.
Yeah, of course. I will allow it.
Because, thank you. Let's see. Let me do this. And then this is a difficult. And I do not think I have any eases for this, and I won't use effort. But here we go. It is a success.
Okay. Boy, they sure don't act the... Well, hold on. I have to back up. I think they act very similar to the way you and your parents acted. Or the way your parents treated you, sort of. Except maybe this mentor seems a lot warmer than your parents were. Right? If I'm remembering correctly, your dad like shoved you in the water to be like, well, let's see if he can swim like the rest of us guppies, and if he can't, oh well, there goes another one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't swim. I sank.
Yeah, that's right. And one of your best friends in the whole world saved you, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
was it Liren? It was Liren, wasn't it?
if that's what you remember, it's probably true.
Strange that you phrase it that way.
But also, I think that the relationship between this mentor or, the council member and her seemed a lot warmer than your parental.
Oh.
And as far as their body language, yeah, probably a parent.
Well, excuse me. I have a
Yes?
question.
Oh.
I do not wish to be culturally insensitive, but you and the council member that you are an apprentice to, maybe, have the same hair color. Does that mean that the council member is your mother? I'm not just saying this because of hair color, but the hair. Also, you both have curly hair, which is 2 factors. And then the third factor is that you had a strange, not strange, that's very judgmental. You had an exciting interaction with each other. Is that how normally it is between mentors and apprentices?
I'm blushing. I'm like uncontrollably blushing. I'm clashing with my hair right now. Blushing away.
Mara's laughing to themselves, just poking apparatus with their cane.
I can't say in terms of insensitivity, but certainly I am not offended by your statement. I feel she's not my mother.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't be. It's quite the compliment.
I looked to Liren because I do not understand that comment. Like that does not I was like, I don't like. Clearly, like Bull is like, did I just what? Wait, just looking to help.
Lyran shakes her head softly and goes, "It was a good guess."
Thank you.
I'd like to go to the end of the lab where there's a fairly large blackboard.
Absolutely.
And I'd like to take a piece of chalk out of my pocket, and I'd like to write on the whiteboard T-U-F-F-A, and then underline it, chalk down, turn around, face my new friends.
Temporal understanding, final, fluctuation. Yes.
It's a name. It's a name. What are you doing?
Excuse me?
Oh, I thought it was an acronym, and this was a test.
No, that's not an acronym. That's my name. I just thought I'd introduce myself.
Oh, pleased to meet you. Tufa.
Actually, it's too far.
Tufa. Oh, I'm so sorry. Tufa.
And you are? I hold my hand out.
I'm Wakati, and my friends call me Bull. Deep Fisher of the Deep Fishers.
Should I call you Bull or should I call you Wakiti?
Wakati. But I'm not saying you should call me Wakati. I'm just saying that's how it's pronounced. I'm saying that if you no, it's okay. You can call me Bull, if you like. I mean, if you're my friend.
But do I call? I'm just gonna open my notebook and scribble something down. And you are? And she turns to Amara. Too far.
Too far. I'm Amara. They don't take your hand.
Lyran will cut in with a handshake to try and ease the social awkwardness of that interaction. Just like scoop in from the side.
The look of relief on my face is like, you can hear it in the next room.
So when Lyran shakes your hand, just with how unbelievably awkward that just was, you'll see she has little bits that kind of stick out of her where small plants, little sprouts are growing out. And as she holds your hand, one of the little sprouts on her wrist will kind of loop over your wrist to give it a little hug.
Oh my god, that's so cool!
That is so cool.
Lyran.
I'm not letting go. This is the most fascinating thing I've ever seen in my life. What does your hand feel like? Is the texture moss or plant or bark or what does it feel like?
Oh my god, I thought your character was saying that and I was about to be like, I'm pretty sure you can tell you're holding it right now. Strange thing to say to someone. No,
I wouldn't put it past her, but...
So it's interesting because the exterior, the same way that the interior of our palm feels a little different from the skin that's on the front of your hand, it feels like bark on the edge, but the inside where our skin would be a little bit softer almost has a worn wood texture to it, which you would just imagine from being worn down over use, so it's a little softer.
Sandalwood.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm fascinated. I lift our handshake up to study it. Study it up close.
Oh.
And I suddenly realize what I'm doing. Give her hand back. I didn't catch your name.
Lyran's gonna turn their hands over and in an effort to be polite, study your hand the same way that you just studied hers. And go,
I am so honored. I am so unbelievably honored. My hand stays there and I bob in almost a little curtsy.
Lyran. Tufa.
Lyran. And as I take my hand away, I this is Oh, I'm so sorry for what I'm about to say. I like stroke the like soft bit in your hand as I like do. So sorry, it's what she do. I'm so sorry, it's what she do.
Incredible.
For the record, Wakati, who, by the way, is not able to lie, it's on my sheet, is just actually confused why somebody is so surprised to see his friend who grew up here, right? We were in a cave together, and like it's not like Liren has not been around. So is Tufa maybe they don't get to leave when they study in the tower, and they don't see people often, although that doesn't seem to make sense. But there's a real sort of like, I don't know what's going on here right now, just on my face in a very obvious way.
I can't read that.
This is such a wonderful party. The joy I felt when I talked to each of you individually, and almost every single one of you was like, I'm getting like socially awkward a little bit. I was like, yes, this is going to be amazing.
Wait, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Are you saying that anybody here is socially? Amara's not. Neither Tufa.
I'm the most social person you'll